Got another one, guys. I'm being very consistent here. This is like, I think the third video in a row, 3 days in a row. So yeah, but yeah, it's good to do this again, get that consistency back, and yeah, try to provide some value and just stay with it, right? But what I wanted to talk about today is just an unconventional way of closing more deals and making more money as a closer, right? And the way I found this to work has been remarkable. And when you apply this in the right way, you'll see a dramatic increase in your close rate as a closer. Whether you're a remote closer or you close, face to face, whatever it is you do, door to door, whatever, right? This way of closing is a remarkable way of closing, and it really gets your foot in the door, and it gets the prospect to open up and trust you and like you to the point where they're comfortable paying you thousands of dollars at the end of the call, right? And the way you do this is by tricking your brain that you genuinely do not care about the outcome for yourself, but you only care about the outcome for the prospect. Meaning your sole purpose is to help them on the call. You're there to help them and consult them. It's you and them versus their problem. You have to trick your brain that this is the only thing you care about. Because let's be real. When we enter a sales call, we care about our commission. We want to make money. We don't necessarily care about a stranger's outcome. That's just how it is, We do care to an extent because we're on the call with them, we're able to build a connection. But what we're always going to care most about is ourselves, right? And our commissions and our outcome. But you have to separate yourself from that mindset and from that mentality when you speak to a prospect. Because if you have your outcome at the back of your mind and that's what you're focused on, that will shine through during the call. They will see that you're not genuine, you're not authentic, and you're not actually there to help them. You're just there to empty their pockets. They will not trust you and they will not pay you. And they will say, I need to think about it, then they'll ghost you forever. It's as simple as that. The way you have to do things, again, you have to trick your brain to genuinely believe that you are there only to help them, not for your own commissions and for your own outcome, which is obviously not true, as I mentioned. We are essentially mostly and mainly and primarily there for ourselves. But you have to rewire your brain to think in a different pattern. So when you are on these sales calls, the main focus is overcoming the prospect's problems. It's you and them versus their problems. You have to genuinely just be there to help them, nothing else. When you just shine through with 100% authenticity and genuinity, and you show them that you're just there to help them, what that tends to do is it builds massive amount of trust and likability. Now they trust you because they see you as someone authentic and they don't see you as a salesman. They see you as someone who is there to help them, not to sell them anything. Now they like you and they trust you and they want to buy from you. And they likely will at the end of the call. And if they won't, it's purely a logistical issue where they just don't have the money. They just literally do not have the funds to afford the services that you are selling or the product or whatever. Then you know it's purely and solely a price issue. It's a logistical issue. And when it's only a price issue and when they have zero doubts about the process, about you, about trusting you or whatever, then, and it's solely a price issue, it's easy to overcome that. It's very easy. You can offer payment plans, deposits, you can work around that, financing options, whatever that may be. You can even do a deal where they give you a testimonial and you decrease the price just to give them a better deal. Plus, you make a deal out of that where they don't just get a lower deal and a better deal for nothing, but they have to do something in return. And with that, when you've built that trust and you've done it so where they like you and they have zero doubts about the process and you, and it's only a price issue, they'll go on board with the solutions that you provide to them. Whatever solution that they choose, they'll likely pick one of them and they will go get on board, right? If they don't get on board, you've likely done something wrong during the call where you haven't built that trust. You haven't made them see the value, and you just haven't built that trust and that likability to the point where they're comfortable paying thousands of dollars. So that's your main job during a sales call. Build the trust. Make yourself as likable as possible. Really get involved in their current situation. Speak with tonality. Speak with energy. Smile, but don't smile too often. Don't smile for no reason at all. Smile, but do it genuinely, right? And be an authentic person. Show them that you're there to help them and you're there to help them overcome their problems. You're not there to empty their pockets. You are there solely to help them. And if you don't believe this in your own mind entering a sales call, and you know, well, I don't give a shit about their outcome, I give a shit about my outcome and my commissions, you have to trick your brain into caring. That's the best way to do it. This will allow you to close more deals because when someone trusts you and likes you, they are way more likely to buy from you. Because think about it, they're being sold to every single day by people, all kinds of people in all kinds of businesses. Everyone pushing their products and services on them, pitching them, trying to get their money. And when you finally stand out from the crowd and you show them that you care about them and you want to help them, that's like a pattern break. You'll break their pattern of what they believe and how they see salesmen, the typical salesman. And if you stand out and you stand out in a way where they don't see you as a salesman, but rather than a consultant, they won't even feel like they're being sold to, and they'll be comfortable paying you money. And when a prospect does not even feel like you sold them something, but they feel like they made the decision on their own, that makes you a powerful salesman. The best kind of salesman is when prospects truly believe that they made the decision on their own and they weren't influenced by external sources. Then you know you've done a great job. And that's where you need to get to. And as a consultant, when you have that consultative mindset where you're just there to help them, that really brings that part of the sales call and the sales process out of it, right? Where they think they've made the decision on their own, but in reality, you were the one that helped them make that decision for themselves, right? So try this out, guys. If you are a closer, if you're in sales, whatever, try this out. Show people that you genuinely give a fuck about them. Be involved in their current situation and in their problems and in their goals. Build a connection with them. That will build a massive amount of trust and likability. And at the end of the call, if they can't move forward with that price, they will be honest about it. They will open up to you and they will tell you like it is. And you'll be able to come up with a solution. But if you don't have that trust and that likability, they will lie to you. They will tell you it's too expensive, but in reality, they don't trust you. They don't see the value. You'll propose a better deal, such as a payment plan, financing, a testimonial deal, whatever, and they will still say no because they don't like you, they don't trust you, and they don't see the value. So if you get to that point of the sales call and you get that outcome, that negative outcome, you know you just haven't built that trust. But if they work with you on the price, if they're open to finding a solution, then you know you've done a good job and you know you can close them. So keep in mind when you get to the end of the sales call and observe how the prospect carries him or herself. And based on that, you'll know if you've done the right job and a good job or not, right? So apply this and I guarantee your closing rate will massively increase. And as always, guys, I'll see you next time. Cheers.